Hello and welcome. My name is Ryan Prescott and I am with the Truth Movement. I am going to wait until a couple of people turn on in. I did start a little early, so we are just launching on a couple of different streams. So we'll give it a second. Alrighty, awesome. So my name is Ryan Prescott, as I have definitely introduced already. I'm going to be touching on the common purpose, which is what we should always have in mind because we do have a common purpose. And I will be explaining that here. This will not be a long live stream at all. Be very, very straightforward with you. So there have been some very noisy events lately, I'll put it that way. The one thing I thought of to address this was this live stream from me to you, because we need to figure out a way we can all get along, because currently it's just been a little noisy and we need to figure out a solution. And so I hope you like the live stream. Do comment below. I do want to discuss things with you and hear from you. So yeah, do comment below. But anyway, so we'll just go on. I want to have a discussion here. So I don't think I need to go over exactly what has been occurring, thus far in society. I mean, I'm pretty sure you hear it on the news, in the media, and on social media, and different platforms, and even by word of mouth. But honestly, I believe we've heard all about it in some capacity, and I don't believe I'm being general by stating that. But if I am, let me know. There is something about society that has been causing me great concern. And it's not the political scene. So this has nothing to do with the political scene. Okay, so I want to keep this off politics lines, but it is the societal scene. Okay, so have you looked past the noise by any chance? Have you actually looked? Because I have surely looked. And there's nothing really going on in reality. Okay, so if you look around your environment right now, look outside your window, when you're watching this on your phone, your laptop, wherever you're looking at this right now, look around. Look at the nature around you. Look at the physical universe around you, and really understand nothing's really going on. Nothing's really going on. Get that in. Okay, nothing is really going on. Everything is actually okay. There's just noise right now, which creates a lot of confusion. So there's nothing really going on in reality. There's just a bunch of noise, and those in society believe the sky is falling, okay? And thus panic spreads really fast, okay? The reality of the situation is that we need to come together and really start thinking with solutions, because the majority of what I see on social media, specifically Facebook, I use Facebook a lot because it's, a bunch of friends, different connections that I have. There's a bunch of data and problems given with no real solutions. Okay, we can all dream up of ideas of how if we just ended this person's career, life would be better. That isn't an immediate solution. That will take some thinking and such, like planning and execution and stuff that we don't even need to get ourselves wrapped into. That's not the business of where we are right now. That's not what we should be working with. We're talking reality, okay? We're not talking dreams. We're not talking whatever. I'm talking reality. Nothing's happening right now. We're all good. We're all doing good right now, okay? We are cause over our lives. So, yeah, so what we are doing right now is we're looking at what can be done right now, okay? Right now in the present. So I'm engaged personally in an activity with a mental health watchdog group, okay? It's located in Los Angeles, and I'm helping find volunteers and helping manage the volunteers so that a specific goal can be reached to end psychiatric abuse in California. That's what I'm doing, and that's why you haven't heard from me in a long time. I've been working on that. And it is making great progress, just FYI. I can tell you more about this if you're interested. Please do reach out. That's totally fine, right? Otherwise, I'm looking at the future right now, and I see I see a lot of things like, just a bunch of noise, right? And it's really confusing my friends and my family and coworkers and associates and so on. I think when we bring up a problem on social media, when you say, oh, so-and-so said so-and-so, which means so-and-so, I don't necessarily believe that you should just push that out there. I think what should happen is, based on what you're spreading, what you should do, and what I would recommend, and what I have always done on social media, is suggesting a solution, a real solution, something that we can all get behind, regardless of what side, classification, whatever, right? Finding something that we can all work around and agree on, That's how you create peace and unity that we all talk about, right? I don't see the droves of people we should be seeing doing something about it, okay? When you're juggling life and helping people, you see the world around you, and it isn't what it should be. So I know a lot of people that are on social media, and they are really making it happen. I have a lot of friends that are making it happen. I have a lot of family that are making it happen to help people in whatever capacity that they can, and that's amazing. But I also see the opposite, and I have to point that out, because as a person that's helping people, constantly, and I am really doing that. Everything that I have in my head right now is having to do with helping people. I have so many different projects and people and relationships and communications that are going out, and they really are helping people. And I really like to see that happen, but I can't do that when I have a bunch of people. And I'm not trying to be general here, but I do have about 20 or 30 people that like to spread chaos. I just can't do that. So I will disassociate from those types of people, because I can't stand that. When I can't help you address the situations and come up with a solution, I have to disassociate, because personally, I can't put up with that. And I'm being honest there. And that shouldn't be. It should be a very, very cool way of communicating a solution with a problem that you have in society. If you have something that comes up in your life or around you, or you hear something in the news, you should bring up a solution with it. Say, hi, look what I found, but here's a solution that I have. And it has to be a real one, like I said before. We have a common purpose. This common purpose is to help others. We can all agree on this. I've spoke to a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people about it, and we all have this purpose, and it's really cool. We all go out and we all help people, and in any capacity, we walk an elderly man across the street without somebody telling us to. It touches my heart to see this stuff, because this is exactly what we should be doing. We should be working. We should be working alongside each other, making things occur, making things work together as a team. If you saw somebody that was struggling with their kid in a grocery store, right, and they were trying to balance their groceries and their money and their finances, their money and, all of these different distractions, what would you do? Would you stand by and watch that happen? You wouldn't. And I know you wouldn't, because I wouldn't. Nobody in their right mind would. If somebody was struggling with balancing their kids and also paying for groceries, and she finds out she doesn't have that much money for groceries, I would go out and I would pay for her groceries. And I have done that a couple of times. So that's called unity. That's called having each other's backs, working together, and working on that common purpose of helping people. That's exactly what we should be working on, and looking at. I believe we're too concerned with the differences of each other, not the commonality we all share. Because I haven't even wavered from my viewpoint that we're all part of one race, okay? And this has maintained the beautiful relationship I've had with each and every one of you, okay? I don't care about your differences. I don't care if my hair is a different color than yours. I honestly don't care about, the skin color or the eye color or, whatever. If your nose is bigger than anybody else's, I don't care. I actually believe that everybody's special in their own way. Okay, so we have to really have that viewpoint and work with that, because if we don't, then we're never going to get to where we need to be, which is unity, unifying, right? Yeah, unify with other people, unite with other people to make things happen. The common purpose is helping people, right? So how are you going to help people if you're so distracted with the differences? Oh, this guy, has acne. Oh, this guy doesn't have acne. Oh, this guy's cool. This guy isn't cool. I mean, how are you supposed to help that person? Right? So we need to work together to spread messages of peace. This isn't found by the organizations doing it today. This is found with an organization that isn't connected to any entity. Whether you believe it or not, the media has portrayed certain organizations in a gnarly way. And therefore, it is very hard to unite everyone behind it because of certain narratives, which is actually reality, right? That's the reality of the situation. We're working with narratives on this planet, right? And it's sad, but it's true. And people do fall for these narratives. So we have to work around those narratives. We have to, use those narratives to our best, like to the opposite, the opposite purpose of these narratives. We have to switch it back on them and go, oh yeah, there's a difference. Well, everybody has differences, oh, there's just that this went on. All right, cool. Well, this also went on, and something good and positive, because there's positive things out there that aren't being covered. So I do want to mention there is an organization called The Way to Happiness, right? It's the Way to Happiness Foundation. And their message is of morality, peace, and common sense. Okay? The precepts are clear, right? In this booklet that they have, their precepts are clear. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Do not murder. Do not do anything illegal, etc. There are 21 precepts, and they were found in a small booklet. Like I just mentioned, I believe you'll find this agreeable to you. I think that's how we'll unite together. I really do. I really do. We need to have a solid piece of information, solid piece of agreeable information that we can get behind and that has been proven effective to uniting people, to bringing down crime, to bringing down, all of these just gnarly things that happen on this planet that just are sad, but they do happen on this planet. And we need to do something about it. And that is one of the ways we can do something about it. But if you have another idea, that's something you should put out there. Comment below. If you have another idea, do it. Write it down so that we can probably even get behind it, So if you're thinking to yourself, is this a religious book, right? Because I know a lot of people have this idea that people are trying to preach to them or convert them or, tell them what to believe. I definitely am. I'm not going to tell you what to believe, right? But if you're thinking to yourself, is this a religious book? Is this a religious live stream? No, this is not. You'd be very relieved to know that this is a non-religious code. The Way to Happiness is, right? And it has been shared with over 100 million people around the world. And I'm just trying to unite people, regardless of their religion, regardless of their group classification, regardless of whatever is out there that is telling us that we're all different from each other. Okay? So I definitely do recommend checking out The Way to Happiness. Their site's thewaytohappiness.org. I believe we can get behind that, right? So I do want to say peace is attainable. There have been many ways of wording this in a different way or telling us that it's not possible. It's not attainable. That we'll never get there. I've heard this, it's like, oh, well, we have political differences. Oh, well, we have a different view on this, or we have a different color skin. And those people you should disassociate with, because that's just, that's dangerous to the future of unity. Okay, we have differences in views, and we used to be able to just push those aside and operate newly and operate in reality and operate in present time, so we can do things to improve society. I frankly don't care what political party you are a part of. We all want to help people. That's the truth of the matter. Whatever way we have as an opinion of that or a view of that, that's our own. But I frankly don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, I don't know, Federalist. I don't know them all. If you have no political party at all, that's totally fine. I frankly don't operate on politics. I operate on what can be done right now by ourselves and being causative over the environment. So peace is attainable. The narratives in the media make it seem impossible. Whether you believe this or not, there are some gnarly people in society that would rather us not have peace, unity, and would rather us hate one another for our differences in opinion, appearance, and other classifications. We need to support organizations which push peace on both sides of the aisle in views and classifications. That's honestly what it is. That's honestly the solution we can all back up. Be the change. Something can be done about it. The solution is not to bring up our differences. Trust me, it is not. The solution is to spread peace and ignore all reasons not to spread it. So that's the solution. That's what we should be operating off of. I wanted to bring this out there because the common purpose sometimes is pushed aside as, something that is just a side piece. And I don't believe that is. I believe it is one of the core things we should be operating as, is that we want to help people. We want to do something about it. We want to be causative, right? And this is how we can. We can spread the way to happiness. It's been around. It's shown its effectiveness. It's helped me. It's helped my friends, my relatives, so many people. But it's helped, and it's shown me that I can unite behind it, and people around me have as well. So I believe you can as well. So please do look that up. It's thewaytohappiness.org. Check that out. And I'm going to start these live streams up. If you want to follow me on any of the destinations that it has put me on, you're seeing my face on, do click that subscribe, like, comment, whatever you need to do to put this in your feed or your queue or whatever. And you'll see me pop up on your news feed or your screen some other time. I do have a live stream tomorrow with a humanitarian. Her name's Sarah Nadler. She's done a lot of human rights activism, and we're going to be talking about religious freedom and how you can talk about it and so on and so forth. So we'll get there. We'll unite together. We'll fight back against the narratives. But here we go, guys. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for attending, and I appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Alrighty. Bye.